So basically, I used to work in a prison, right? It was a men's one, yeah. A high security, like Cat A one, yeah. When you work in a prison, yeah, it's another world. Let me tell you about a time a prisoner offered me 1 mil. My man offered me 1 mil to bring in an iPhone. They used to be drippy, like he used to step out of his cell, yeah, like he's going to a party. So obviously, like one day he's like, oh, like Miss P, like let me chat to you. Obviously, yeah, he knows I'm a joke, man. Like I'm always laughing, innit? So my man's like, no, like, Miss P, like, be serious, innit? Be serious. I'm thinking, like, what? Like, what do you want from me? He's like, miss, I'm going to offer you something, yeah, that you're not going to get offered probably in your lifetime again. I'm thinking, here we go. So obviously, like, miss, like, can you bring in, like, I want you to bring in an iPhone. I'm going to give you 1 mil. I will even give it to you first. I'm thinking, well, I could do it 1 mil. That's just what's going through my head. But then I'm thinking, nah, sir. Listen, 2 years. I don't even know how long I would get if I get caught. So obviously, yeah, he's like, miss, just go, like, think about it, innit? I was not doing it. I was never gonna do it anyway. Let's talk about the time when a prisoner tried to bun up my face. There was a prisoner, yeah, that's come on the block now, and he's been there for a few days. So then I was in charge of the prisoners, yeah. And my manager came up to me and was like, oh, let's call him Strange. And my manager was like, Strange needs to move to another spur. So I went to him, opened his door, and I was like, oh, like you have to move. And he was just like, why? Like Strange is kicking up a fuss, like, I'm not moving, you're gonna have to move me. So I got 2 of my other colleagues. So obviously I go back to his cell, and then I walk in, so I'm in the cell, like, and obviously my 2 colleagues are behind me, yeah. So I'm like, listen, you need to move. He's all now kicking up a fuss. All of a sudden, yeah, he's going too near his window, yeah, but where the window is, there's a kettle there, innit? So obviously, the kettle's boiled, innit? But I didn't know that. So obviously now he's fiddling now, yeah? And I swear to God, I feel like all 3 of us clocked, like, so quick. So then obviously now, yeah, he picks up the kettle, yeah? They've swiftly moved out, innit? Literally, he turns around, yeah? So obviously, all I'm seeing is steam, innit? As soon as I get the door, yeah, to close it, my man hand goes like this. Doosh! Close the door, and the kettle licks the back of the door, yeah? And then when I'm looking through the flap here, he's going mad and mashing up his whole cell. So I'm like, oh my, me and my colleagues like, what the fuck? Like, we're all out there, like, we could have got bun up. Like, let me tell you about a time, yeah, when these waste man over prisoners refused to come off the yard on Christmas Day. Then they tried to fight us, yeah? So basically, yeah, it was my weekend to work in it, and obviously my weekend falls on Christmas, and already, yeah, we're short-staffed in it. So obviously, me and my brethren, yeah, we were out on the yard, and obviously when you're outside on the yard, so this is where like they do exercise, they want to chat to their brethren or whatever, yeah, there has to be 2 people outside, yeah. Obviously now it's time to come in now, yeah. Obviously when it's time to come in, you have to shout in it. So me and her were like, oh, who's doing it? So obviously you got a few of the ones that comply to the rules, and they'll come in. Then you got the little stragglers that want to play with you. So obviously now there was about 8 to 10 of them still outside, yeah. So obviously they'll take a bare long to come in. So we're like, okay, cool. So then after about probably like after 10-15 minutes, yeah, miss, man, please let us in. So obviously, yeah, we let them ones in, yeah, cool. There's 3, and 3 of them, they don't want to come in. They ain't coming in. So we're like, cool, we have to gather up the staff. So obviously now there's 6 of us coming outside. Yeah. Then I go with my colleague to another one, and then my other 2 go to the third one. My man, 6'5", is walking normally, yeah. All of a sudden, yeah, he tries to attack me and my colleague. Obviously, we're trying to get him down, yeah? So obviously now, I just swoop my foot and kick his foot, yeah? So he falls down. And it's so funny, yeah? Because all you can hear is the prisoners, ooh! So obviously, yeah, so now he's on the floor, yeah? We've pinned him down, yeah? And handcuffed him, innit? My other colleague, yeah? And my brethren got the other guy, yeah? And this other guy, yeah, he is a menace. So obviously now he's putting up a fight, yeah. He ain't trying to get back in, yeah. And obviously at this time, yeah, I'm on my prisoner, yeah. And what the thing is, yeah, you can't leave your prisoner. Like, you can't leave your prisoner to go help, innit? So all of a sudden, my man puts my brethren in the headlock. So then, yeah, listen, when I say they were tussling for a good, like, 20-30 seconds, yeah. The alarm has been called for more officers to come. And remember I said, we were short-staffed, innit? So it just took a bit longer for them to come. So obviously still at this point, yeah, they're fighting. They all fall back to the ground, yeah? On the floor, tussling, rustling. And then basically more stuff come on now, yeah? And then obviously we got control of this menace. Listen, sometimes it's not even the prisoners that give you trouble. It's your colleagues. So obviously, yeah, in that place there's bare people, like bare people. So you're not gonna speak to everyone, you're not gonna know everyone. So obviously, yeah, like I don't know all my colleagues in it, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and not everybody knows me. Like, obviously now I've got dropped off in it to another section, yeah. So I'm not on my house block, I'm working in another section. And I'm minding my business, walking down the corridor, yeah. And there's two women, like there's one at the front and one in the at the back, yeah, like walking, and they're basically escorting the prisoners back to their house block, yeah, for wherever they come from in it, yeah. So obviously now with prisoners, yeah, I'm sorry, when they see female prison guards that they've never seen before, more time or most, they're just on you. So obviously now I'm walking down, yeah, and then there's bare prisoners walking down as well. So obviously now, yeah, we're going past each other, and one of them like pretends to bump into me, yeah. So I'm like to him, listen, I know you saw me, like, the fuck? And obviously he's like, no, miss, obviously, yeah. They like to come with they just think it's so smooth, like, no, miss, like, not even, man. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? So obviously now, I just laugh. I'm just like, you're so dumb. And walk off. That was the interaction, like, that was it. I just ignored it. This is the afternoon now. We're talking, yeah, and she's like, yeah, I was down in workshops, yeah. Basically, one of the staff members, yeah, was saying, oh, one girl on house block 1 was all flirting with the prisoner. Very much talking about me. Like the prisoner bumped into her and she was all giggling and that. Pardon? So obviously I was up to my brother, oh my gosh, like she's talking about me. And it was funny because I never saw her again.